Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Carol Sinez, and I'm the newly crowned Miss Native American, University of Arizona. I'm currently a junior at the U of A studying public health and physiology. After I complete my 2 degrees, I hope to go through the dual program where I can get an MD and a master's in public health. So, right now, I am currently in Chennai, India. If you can tell, I'm very sweaty. That's not just from Tucson or Phoenix heat. This is in India. It's very, very humid here. And I am here volunteering with a nonprofit organization called the International Alliance for the Prevention of AIDS. See, I'm in India. Okay. This program is dedicated to teaching current facts-based information about HIV and AIDS in order to promote prevention and also to promote awareness and to break common stigmas associated with HIV. Last year I participated as a volunteer. So as a volunteer, you teach about HIV and AIDS in different colleges, schools, and other settings. I'm just wondering if they're going to come down the stairs. I might have to move. And this year I'm participating as a coordinator. So this means I'm responsible for training the volunteers, and I'm also responsible for the volunteers in India. So they will be arriving sometime this weekend. So I had hoped that I would have sent this video off before I left for India, but between school and preparing for this trip, I had no time, but I'm happy to do it now. As you can see, I'm not wearing my crown, I'm not wearing my traditional clothes either, but I didn't bring them with me on this trip because they wouldn't have fit in my bag, and as well, I do not want the crown to get stolen over here. So, as an aspiring physician myself, I am very proud to see so many students involved in MedStart this year. This shows that you are proactive individuals that take an interest in your future, which is very important. I encourage you to keep involved with what you're doing. I'm aware that this week you will be taking courses in chemistry and English and learning so much, so take advantage of the opportunities that you're learning in the health field this week. I decided that I wanted to be a part of the medical field when I was 8 years old. When I was younger, I lived next to my grandmother who had diabetes. And at a very young age, I was involved with taking care of her by refilling her pill boxes, by checking her blood pressure, by checking her blood sugar levels. And through this early exposure, sorry, there's a motorcycle going by. Through this early exposure, I saw the difference that I could make in people's lives through healthcare. But in healthcare, there are so many different ways that you can get involved. Earlier in high school, I volunteered in the physical therapy department, and I thought that I wanted to be a physical therapist. But then I changed my mind and thought I really wanted to be a pediatrician. I interned in the pediatrics department, and I decided that it wasn't for me because I had to give kids, I didn't give kids shots, but I watched the doctors and the nurses give children shots, and a lot of the time children were just crying, and I did not want to be involved in making a bunch of kids cry. And as well, it did not interest me that I was cooped up in the hospital every day. So at that point, I was at a loss for what exactly I wanted to do in the health field. But then I got involved with IAPA, the program that I'm here with now, and I was able to explore the options that public health had, and it's very involved in the community. So I hope to use the information that I'm learning through IAPA, through the teachings that I'm learning as a coordinator, to help me make a difference in my community. I want to use the skills that I learned through IAPA and also through my studies, and as well to integrate my Navajo culture into healthcare. I believe that this will help alleviate many of the fears that our elders have, and as well that other people have towards modern medicine. In addition, I want to be able to go out in the community, as I'm doing now, and talk about proper health practices and preventative methods, which is in the scope of public health. But as well, I still want to be able to see patients and to provide health care to patients. So that's why I'm going for the dual degree program. And in the rural area where I live on the reservation, I want to be able to make house calls and to see the grandmas and chays that can't necessarily commute to hospitals. And so I really want to be involved with the community and healthcare. So the aspect that I am more focused on is community health. And as I said before, you don't always know what you want to do right off the bat. And if you don't know what you want to do right off the bat as well, that's fine. You have time to explore, and being involved with programs, summer programs like MedStart, will help you make that decision. And as well, I would suggest that if you're thinking of going into the health field, to shadow doctors to see if you want to go into pediatrics or if you want to go into surgery or any other part of the health field. You might decide that you want to be a pharmacist. You might decide that you want to be a dentist. There are so many different parts of the health field that you can go into. If you decide that the health field is not for you, that's okay as well. If you're still exploring, I suggest that you shadow people in other professions, maybe a lawyer, maybe an engineer, anything like that, a businessman. You can also talk to your parents, and you can also seek advice from your guidance counselor. They can suggest different programs that you should get involved with based on your interests. So as I said before, MedStart is the time to explore if you want to be in the health field or not. Take advantage of this week because it will have a lot of useful information for you. Be attentive, ask many questions, and take all of the information in that you can during these weeks. Also, don't forget to have fun. As I said before, this is the time that you have to explore for your career, so be very inquisitive. Make lasting friendships as well. You never know where you will end up or what colleges you will end up at the end of your high school career. You can be each other's support system because college can be hard sometimes, so this is very important as well to have that support. As I said before, I'm very proud of all of you for taking the initiative to be a part of MedStart. We need more doctors in the world like you that are from diverse backgrounds. As minority students who bring many different perspectives, you hold the keys for improving how medical care is provided. Keep up with your studies, follow your dreams, and never give up. We need you out there in the workforce, so keep up your hard work. I want to thank you so much for your time, and have fun this week.